Alright, well in this video we'll be going through Tech Day, and which is Sunday, and we'll be going to the Freedom Factory after that. We only had 2 nights at this hotel, and we actually ended up having to move to another hotel. So right before we left, Sick Week merch trailer pulled up and a few other cars. And meanwhile, we went to the Busch Gardens Zoo. Had a little fun with the kiddos, seeing all the animals, and we didn't ride any rides. It was still a good time. And we got the car unloaded and started working on getting everything together on the trailer and putting the chairs and the awning on top and table, and pulling the truck around, unhooking from the Explorer, hooking up to the Camaro. And while we did that, we found out the Camaro battery's bad. So we had to go into AutoZone, picked up some food from a local sushi place, went to AutoZone, picked up a AGM battery, and I normally run the Optimons. I've had bad luck with them. As soon as you get one draw on them where it drains the battery all the way, it pretty much just junks out the battery. So we ended with like a standard looking battery, but it's still AGM. So I had so it was, I don't know what they have in it. Well, it's whatever I need to be legal. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning today. We drove to Brandon Mayer Motorsports Race Park. Our hotel's about 10 miles away. It's just a cruise video of us driving there, trying out the first time with exhaust driving down the road, out through the hood. Surprisingly, I haven't got any exhaust in the car yet, but we'll find out. And well, I'm here recording this at the hotel right now. If you can't hear from the cars in the background. Well, there's probably about 20 cars here. We'll drive by. This is the first time on 26-inch tall tires too. And come to find out, once we showed up and found out, normally they honor the IHRA competition license, and well, this time they don't. Normal drag and drive events, but this time they didn't honor it, and we actually ended up having to make 2 license passes. So that's stressful to make sure we have 2 license passes and not having any issues, just doing A to B passes. So I ended up turning down the car, but it took us 4-ish hours to get through the staging lanes, and we got there right at 8 o'clock like they said when the gates are open. But I guess the gates are open all night, so people are just piling in before we even got there. Some guys are still there at 4 p.m. teching in. Luckily we had plenty of time to get through, and staging lanes are pretty empty. I mean, there are still a lot of cars running, but definitely could have made several passes, which I ended up making 2 passes. On the way home, I left the 26-inch tall tires on the car, so now I just change them out. But on the first pass, I ended up knocking the tires off the car because ended up tire shaking pretty bad. So I let off, got back on it, and I only ran a 9.8 at 150, which I had a low PSI set up on this. I think it was like 21 PSI, I believe, and with the slow ramp. Now on the second one, I wanted to make sure it went to 8 and I left a little bit less boost, twice as long ramp, so I went to 3-second ramp. And which is a little bit. But this is us headed over to the Freedom Factory, and they had us drive into the Freedom Factory around and park. The party was in the center at the TBM Brakes, and the Motion trailer. They actually gave us food vouchers as part of our package for Sick Week. And we went up and got, I think they had pulled pork and cheeseburgers and hamburgers and chips and pop that they gave us, and they gave us a free drink voucher card for some beer. But they had us drive up and around, which these banks are a lot steeper than I thought. I mean, they're not too terrible, but they're definitely definitely there, that's for sure. But yeah, the grass, walking around in the grass on the field, it's weird. It's like really spongy and thick. It feels like it's about as bad as like 70s carpet could be, I guess. But like you damn near get stuck walking through it. But yeah, we ended up parking up along the bank. That's Park. This is right when they had it the pre-party open up. So there wasn't quite so many people, but by the time we left, there's quite a few people. We ended up parking along the ring, and certain TBM break guys and certain guys got the invite for being down in the center. But it was pretty cool being on the track. I never would have thought I would be up on the track. Here's a car with the little 26-inch tall tires. So weird on the car. We ended up just leaving them so we don't have to change them tomorrow. We're just driving back to the track for day one. And hopefully, at least at a minimum, run an 8-second pass. And then after that, try to go for 850s, but make probably 2 to 3 passes tomorrow. Then we're off to Orlando, and I'll update you guys tomorrow. Thanks.